My older sister encouraged me from early on and bought me one of the first guitars I had. She listened to all of the crappy songs that I wrote when I was 8 years old and encouraged me to keep doing it. I don't try to project any image at all other than the person that I am. The songs are not necessarily autobiographical. A lot of songs are a combination of influences. It might be some part of my life, or something I've felt, or something somebody's told me. It all comes together. That's the way it's always worked for me with songwriting. When you feel like you've had a good show, you go backstage and you talk to yourself about it. And if you have a bad show, you talk to yourself about it. With other people, you're always swapping music. Somebody is always listening to something you've never heard. It's a great way to hear all sorts of new things. I'm a hopeful cynic. Growing up in Cleveland, I learned about singing from my mother, who had one sung professionally and who admired Mahalia Jackson and Aretha Franklin. I picked up the guitar at 11, but even before then, I was writing songs on the organ. The way popular music is categorized and formatted cuts down on everyone's options. And although people don't talk about it, there are a lot of issues of race determining musical categories of what's rock, R&B, or even folk. It ends up restricting creativity. I think it's important, if you are an artist, to use your music to stand up for what you believe in. I'm still thinking and hoping there's an opportunity for people to have better lives and that significant change can occur. I think of the audience the way I would think of another person. You meet someone, then you take it from there. You see what's interesting to both of you. I never assumed I would have that commercial success, so it was a total surprise. And honestly, I never assumed that it would ever happen again. So much has happened to obscure the dialogue about race and about gender and discrimination in general, especially where those things touch on economics. I meet people in my daily life, people who seem to experience some change and some growth on a personal level, and that gives me hope. What does the future look like if the heads of society ask our young people to risk their lives for questionable causes? I think it looks rather bleak. Men are able to sustain a career into their 50s and 60s and still present themselves as sex symbols. With women, on the other hand, people say, "Why doesn't she retire?" If you are living a life that feels right to you, if you're willing to take creative chances or a creative path that feels like it's mostly in keeping with your sensibilities, aesthetic and artistic, then that's what matters. A lot of kids spent more time out of school than in, but I always loved school and thought it was my way out of Cleveland and out of poverty. That's what everyone should do with their lives, stand up for what they believe in or try to do some good in the world. I don't think artists have a greater responsibility than anyone else. I don't know, I'm not sure about anything as far as religion and spirituality go. We do need to think about how we have security. Everyone has a right to that, but we also need to think about how we maintain civil rights and personal freedom. I can't think of anything worse, really, than to try to live up to someone else's expectations of what you should be. You don't make art by consensus. My first record was almost not my first record. There have been some gains made in terms of more equality for women in the workplace and in the way the legal system deals with issues of violence against women. Stand up for yourself and fight for your right to be the artist that you want to be. There's plenty of pressure from outside. People tell you how to dress and how to sing or what to sing, but I always felt like if I'm going to fail or succeed, I want to do it on my own terms. That's one of the things I like about San Francisco. It's not like anywhere else in the world. I decided to do whatever I could to make sure the business side of music didn't intrude on the creative part. There's a time and place for everything, and my focus is music. So that's what I prefer to spend most of my time doing, and not talk about making music. I could make records at home in a vacuum, but that is not the situation. I'm just taking it one phase at a time. I won't get into it any more than to say that there are parts of me in all the songs that I write. I always considered trying to make a living playing music. But it was always really clear to me, at the various stages in my life, that it really wasn't a possibility unless some phenomenal thing happened. We almost live our lives always feeling, always thinking the moment has arrived. Songwriting is a very mysterious process. It feels like creating something from nothing. It's something I don't feel like I really control. At this point in my life, I'd like to live as if only love mattered. As a child, I always had a sense of social conditions and political situations. I think it had to do with the fact that my mother was always discussing things with my sister and me, also because I read a lot. Music was never just a hobby for me. I'd pick up a guitar every day to work on whatever I was writing at the time. I would put my ideas in songs the way some people might put them in diaries or journals. People's real hopes and dreams can be distorted and misdirected and packaged until you're not sure what you really want or what you even really need. Love's a recurring theme through my work. Some things remain fragments, just the lyrics and melodies, or a line or two, or a verse. You have to pay attention to the moment and make it the best it can be for you. I've been trying to do that. It's really made a major difference for me. I'm a happier person. After it's finished, sometimes I can trace a path that goes back to the possible source of inspiration. Everyone is looking for connections between the songs. I don't usually approach a record as a concept. There's no overriding theme I'm trying to represent. It's all about the individual songs. I end up writing about all kinds of things. I never make an attempt to write about anything in particular. I don't have a little list of topics to write about. I may be revered or defamed and decried, but I tried to live my life right.